We've all been in a situation where we listened to software engineers and we didn't understand what they were talking about. In this video, you will learn what Git is, and I will explain the most commonly used terms in a very simple way. Hey Victoria, any updates on the bug we found yesterday?
Yeah, I fixed it and committed it this morning. John approved the pull request already, but I saw that we have a lot of merge conflicts. I will try to figure that out today.
I'm Leonard, Engineer Manager at Klarna, and with these videos I help you to understand your engineers better, improve your productivity, and the overall impact you can have on your product. To understand what Victoria meant with this sentence, we first need to understand what Git is. Git is a version control system used by almost all developers to keep track of their changes, create new versions of their software, or to collaborate with other software engineers. Git should not be confused with GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket. While Git is the version control system, GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket are just websites who offer to store projects that use Git. Let's now talk about how Git works. A change to the source code of a software we call a commit. A commit includes what was changed, who changed it, and why it was changed. The tools to visualize changes usually highlight deleted lines as red and added lines as green. Think about Git like you are collaborating on a document together. But instead of both people working on the same document, everyone makes a copy before changing something. Then the changes are applied and Git keeps a history of all the changes. That makes it possible to see all the changes in order and go back to any older version of the document, or, in our case, the software. Git is structured like a tree. While there is always a core version of the software, the master branch, we can create new branches for features. We can work on them separately until we are ready to merge them again with the core version. When everyone is done, we open a merge, or sometimes called pull request. This is just a request which other software engineers can review before merging it back to the core version of the software. Git is of course much more powerful and complex than just editing a document together. But this should be enough to understand the core concept. Now we can come back to the beginning of the video, where Victoria mentioned a merge conflict. If two people work on the same parts of the code independently and try to merge it with the core version, Git is trying its best to figure out in which order and priority it should be merged. But sometimes Git can't help us and we need to resolve a so-called merge conflict. To now resolve this merge conflict manually, we need to tell Git what the correct version of the software is. This can be a difficult task if the complexity of the two changes is high. We need to talk about one last thing you probably hear a lot, a rebase. A rebase is just a strategy to reorder the history of all the changes that were made to easier keep track of them. As software engineers, we love Git. Even though it can be a challenging task to get started, it helps us to collaborate on large projects, keep track of all the changes, and revert to any older version of the software. But it also helps us to find bugs easier and to not lose our sanity working on large projects. If we now listen to the original sentence again, I hope it makes a bit more sense. Hey Victoria, any updates on the bug we found yesterday?
Yeah, I fixed it and committed it this morning. John approved the pull request already, but I saw that we have a lot of merge conflicts. I will try to figure that out today.
With this video, we obviously just scratched the surface. And if you want to learn a bit more about Git, you will find some interesting links in the description. I hope this video helped you to understand software engineers better. If you have any other questions or topics, please comment them under this video. Thank you for watching until the end. If you don't want to miss any of my future videos, consider subscribing to my channel.